What's going on, fence companies? If you are watching this video, it is because you are curious on how to grow and scale your fence company. How can you start to take on some of this online world? I mean, there's so many places you can get found online, and I'll share a slide that actually breaks down what that is here in a second. But before you get into this video, just know if you don't have all the answers to the marketing right now, that is totally okay. I'll give you some actionable steps at the end of this video, things that you can start doing right now to grow your fence company for free organically, and then show you, of course, some other things that are a little bit more complex and might require some additional help. All this stuff you can do on your own. Keep that in mind. So I'll jump right in. Basically, to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about, that first slide I mentioned, which is where can you get found? Check this out. So this slide here represents all the places that a fence company can get found on Google in 2025. Have brand awareness at the top here, SEO, pay per click, online listing, pay per lead marketing, retargeting. You may have heard of some of these things like Angie's House, Yelp, etc. That's the online listing side of things. Pay-per-click Google ads, you've probably heard of that. SEO, search engine optimization, brand awareness, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube ads, retargeting, Google ads, pay-per-lead, Google guaranteed. I mean, where do we start? This is only scratching the surface as more and more things start to become relevant. More and more things start to come up. You have your TikToks, your whatever. I was going to rattle off some word. I don't know. More and more things will continue to come. But the real core of what we recommend and what you should start doing here as a fence company to get started is going to fall right there on Google. As you can see, there's this slide here. It's a little blurry. I apologize. There's a really well-known, I say that, you may not know this person. There's a very good business owner named Tommy Mello, and he has this company called A1 Garage Doors. And he put out this graph, which I don't think he did the statistics himself, but he reposted this. And essentially, he was saying SEO matters on all platforms, but it still continues to show that Google is the number one place to get found. So if you're trying to establish your fence company into the online world and make some money from people looking for fence companies, and you actually start to show up, then Google is going to be a really viable place for that. So I'll show you another stat. Right here, you can see by this grid, these are all the places that you can get found on Google. You can get found on ads, you can get found on the map here, you can get found organically. So these are all the areas that you can get found on Google. And again, Google was the number one bar on this statistic here. We're talking the highest searched place on the internet. So what does that mean for you? How can you get found on Google? Well, there's all three of these places, as I had on this slide. But to break it down a little bit simpler, you can get found on the maps, which is 50% of all the clicks on the search. Get found on paid ads, which is around 13%. It's a small percentage, but of course this is Google's big money maker, so still relevant. And then you have your traditional SEO. So if you've ever used Angie's List, Yelp, Home Advisor when it was a thing, this is where these businesses are generating their leads. They're getting found down here. So you might be wondering, well, how do they get all their leads? Because they're ranking here. So ideally, your fence company, you want to get found on all of these places. So I would say if you're just getting started, a really, really great place to start getting found is going to be this map section. And in order to set this up, it is 100% free. As long as you have a home address, you're good to go. If you're renting a place, it's going to be a little bit trickier. But as long as you can usually show Google some proof that you live there, you'll be all right. You have an office space, you're go. that's going to be pillar one here is getting this Google Maps page found, because it is, or getting this Google Maps page set up, because it is such a big part of the search. But then once this thing is found, you can start to generate a giant portion of people who go into Google for fence builder near me, and they end up on the map. And then that's going to be, like I said, that's going to be your biggest low hanging fruit. Your second is, I would not go a step into marketing without a really cool website, a really good website. Because to be frank, you get a person who's looking for a fence company and they're not able to see your website, or they go to your website and it looks really bad, you might lose the sale just because they don't think that it looks legitimate. I mean, that's a lot of consumers today, especially with a higher ticket project, something that's not necessary, unless maybe they just got a new dog, which happens, right? I mean, there's reasons why you can still make a sale without a website, but having a site will be able to make that person who's on the fence get get just that much more certain that buying the fence from you is going to be the right move. So I would say these two things, website and Google Maps page, are going to be extremely important. Do not skimp out on the site either. Don't rent a site from somebody. It's not. You're going to want to have a organic website that you own and an organic Google Maps listing, and set that up with somebody you trust. Somebody that you trust can do the job right. That's I don't want to take this too deep, but once you set up this Google Maps page, you're going to definitely want to start getting reviews for this business, for your business here. You're going to want to start getting reviews to show up here. That's going to help greatly to decide to use your business. It's not just for Google. They love to see it. Like, this is their platform, they own it, so they want to see you getting reviews on it. But you're going to want to start getting reviews so that the customers that you plan on working with check out your 5-star reviews and say, oh yeah, I'm totally going with you guys. At the point of once you've shook hands with them, really, you may not lose the sale right then and there. They do want to think about the project. Having these reviews can seal the deal, and you can even send them over to the customer. So many great things. But again, you might ask yourself, hey, how do I market my fence company? What all should I do? I would say keep it super simple. Focus on getting found on organic, like I'm talking, or getting found on Google, and then going a step further and just focusing on the organic, which is free, and getting that thing set up. And that's a really good step to get your fence in the right direction. So wrapping this up, hope this video was very helpful. And if it was, please leave a like, leave a comment if you feel inclined. And if you want to see more content like this, you can drop a sub. We're looking forward to keep putting more stuff out for you guys. And yeah, I'll talk soon.